Yes. Okay. Yeah. So in the last session, we have seen what is data. We have seen what is database. We have seen what is ETL, what is use of ETL, where we will use ETL. These and all we have seen in the last session. Yes, please. Correct. Yes. OLTP, OLAP. Yes. OLTP and OLAP. This is all we have seen. This and all we have seen. Now, so today we'll see more. Now, as I told you, okay, as I told you, data is collection of information. As I told you, data is collection of information like banking data, insurance data, college data, healthcare data, retail data, etc. Data will be stored under database. Data will be stored under database. Now, data will come on which format? Data will come under which format? That means in the system, in which format you will see the data. Okay, in which format the data will be stored. The data will be stored. Otherwise, I can say data will be stored. Data will store in which format? In which format? Data can be stored in format of a file, format of a table, or a file. Data can be stored in a format of a table or a file. Okay. So guys, so please just listen whatever I am saying. You no need to type anything. You no need to take notes and all, because I will send this notepad to you. Okay. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. So data will be stored. How the data will be storing? So the data will be stored in the format of a table or in the format of a file. Now, what is the table? File will discuss later. Now we will see what is the table. Table means collection of. Table means collection of rows and columns. Collection of rows and columns. Rows also called records. Rows also called records. Columns also called fields or attributes. So fields are attributes. So what is a table? Table is a collection of rows and columns. So if you see what is a table is, okay. So the table will be like this. The table will look like this. If you see here, okay. So this is called a table. If you see, this is called a table. The horizontal rows are called the horizontal lines are called rows. The vertical lines are called fields. Okay, fields. Suppose the table name is customers. Okay, this is my table name. Table is a collection of rows and columns. That means suppose I have a table, customer ID, customer name, okay, city, state, credit limit, credit, debit. Okay, like this, this is the table. Now in this table, there are 6 columns or 6 fields or 6 attributes. There are 6 columns or 6 fields or 6 attributes. What are those? Customer ID, customer name, city, customer ID, customer name, city, state, credit, debit are the column names or field names or attribute names. Okay, this is the table. It is an empty table. This is called a column header. Whatever I am highlighting in yellow is called a column header. Are you clear? Everyone? Understanding everyone? Understanding everyone, please? So the table name is customers. Please respond in the chat. Whenever I ask any question, please say yes or no in the chat. Okay. So then I will come to know it is clear or not. So table name is customers. In the customers table, we have 6 columns or 6 attributes or 6 fields. 6 fields. Okay. 6 fields. So now what I am saying is table is a collection of rows and columns. The column name says this is an empty table. This is a header. Header are column names or field names. Customer ID, customer name, city, state, credit, debit are the column names. Now what we can do? We can insert the records in the column in this customer ID 10, Raj. Okay, like this. I will insert one row. Bangalore, Karnataka, 10,000, 5,000, 500. Like this. So now this is called a row. This is called a row. And this is called column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, 4, 5, like this. So table is a collection of rows and columns. Okay, now if I insert one more row, 20 Ram, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, 20,000, like this. Now these 2 are records or rows, and these 5 are columns or fields. Are you clear? What is the table? Table is a collection of rows and columns. Table is a collection of rows and columns. Are you clear, everyone? Now tables are there. Okay, tables are there. Now where tables will store? Where data will store? Where data will store? In tables. In tables or files. We'll see about files later. Now, where tables will store? Where tables will store? Tables will store in schema. Tables will store in schema. Okay? Tables will store in schema. Where schema will store? Where schemas will store? In database. In database. So, tables will store under database, correct? But before database, we have a schema. So what I am saying, I have a table. This is a table. Table is collection of rows. Like this, we have rows. Rows and columns. And columns. Like this. Now, these tables, suppose this is one table. Table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, table 5. Okay, like this I have different tables. Table 1, table 2. What happened to this? 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. Let me close and open. 1 second, please. Yeah. So I have table 1, table 2, table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, table 5. These are all tables. All these tables present in schema. This is a schema. This is schema 1, schema 2, schema 3, like this. This is schema 1. This is schema 1. This is schema 2. This is schema 3. Okay. Now here I'll see table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, like this. Understanding? So these are all tables, small boxes are tables. All the tables will be stored under, the data will be stored under tables. Tables will be stored under schemas. All these schemas will be stored under a database. All these schemas will be stored under database. Understanding? Understanding everyone, please? Are you clear? Everyone? Are you clear? So all these tables will be stored under database. Yes, guys. So this is called a database. So now what is a database? What is database? Database is, what is database? Collection of schema. Collection of schema. What is a schema? Collection of tables. What is a table? Collection of rows and columns. Collection of rows and columns. Yes or no, please? Are you clear? So tables will be present in schema. Schema will be present in database. Understanding, everyone? So now table is a collection of rows and columns. Schema is collection of tables. Database is collection of schema. Okay. Now fine. Now how to access this database or schema or table? What is that? How to access? When you go to system, where you will see the table? Where you will see the table? Or where you will see the schema? Where you will see the database? How to access the database? How to access? How to see? How to access or see? How to access or see the table, array, or schema, or database? Guys, everyone understanding? Is the English is understandable? Is it simple? Yes, guys? Yes? Try to understand carefully. Just the only thing you need to do is you have to listen. If you listen, 100% the problems will resolve. If you do not listen, you will not understand. If you do not understand, you cannot practice. So just understand whatever I'm saying. That's it. So you will get it. Just understand. Listen first. Just listen carefully. Don't watch your mobile. Put all your mobiles silent. Don't watch your mobile. Don't watch TV or don't watch anything. Don't write anything. Don't type anything. Just to see the session. Just see what I'm doing. That's it. Okay. Now, how to access or see the table, schema, database? To access or see any table or a schema or a database, you should have database server. What is this? Database server. If you have database server, it's a software. Database server is a software that should be installed in your system. That should be installed in your system. Okay. So database server, to access this, so we have a table present in schema present in database. Now how to access the table or a schema or a database? How to access is, you should have a database server. What are the examples of, or what are the major database servers available in software market? Available in software market. What are the major database servers available? Number one, the most oldest one, the most popular one is Oracle database. Oracle database server. Next popular one, SQL Server database. SQL Server database. Next popular, MySQL, Teradata, okay, and many more are there. Teradata, Sybase, okay. There are many. Greenplum, okay. MS Access, also a database, okay. MS Access, okay. MongoDB, yes. And then Cassandra. There are many. Snowflake DB, okay. It's a cloud database. Snowflake database. There are many databases like this we have, okay. So to see or access the data or the table or the table or what or the, okay, or schema or database, you should have what? You should have these databases, these database servers installed in your system. Now which one I need to learn? No need to learn all. Learn Oracle perfectly. Learn Oracle perfectly. The other things are easy. The other things are easy. The syntax will be almost same in all the databases. little difference will be there. If you understand and practice Oracle carefully, then you can easily learn other database servers. Are you clear? Everyone, are you clear, please? Understanding? So now, in our training, I will cover Oracle. Okay. So you should have installed Oracle database. You should to access. Okay, what are those? To access. How to see or the access? The answer is you should have installed. I am going very slow. You should have installed any database server. So now, suppose we have Oracle database server. Oracle database server you need to install now. Okay. So everyone could have installed Oracle DB server. Whoever Informatica installed, first you will install Oracle 11G. Correct? The version is 11G. Yes or no? Have you installed Oracle 11G in your system? Have you installed Oracle 11G in your system? Yes, please. Yes, you have installed Oracle 11G. Whoever completed Informatica installation. Whoever not completed, you have to complete it. Again, how to access the database server? How to access the database server? How to access the database server, or where you need to create? Where you need to create the table? Where you need to create the table? So you should have Oracle SQL Developer. It is also a software. So by using this, you can access your database. So what I'm saying, to access your database, Oracle server should be required. But we will not work with Oracle server. To get the data from Oracle server, we should have Oracle SQL Developer installed in your system. Understanding? So ultimately, in real time, you will be working on Oracle SQL Developer. All these things you will not see in your system. If your database is Oracle, you have to open Oracle SQL Developer. You have to open SQL Developer. If you open SQL Developer, there you can create the tables. You can drop the tables, or you can do whatever you want. Understanding? Now, to create a table in your system, what to do? You have to install SQL Developer. That also you could have installed. Now, search for SQL Developer. SQL, if you search, this is the SQL Developer. So you have to open the SQL Developer and you need to work on this. Understanding? Understanding, everyone? Understanding, guys? So what we have? We have a table. Suppose we have tables. These tables will be present in these tables will present in where? Schema. This schema. So schema 1, schema 2, schema 3, like this. Suppose this is table 1, table 2, table 3. This is schema 1. This is schema 2, schema 3. Okay. We have like this. The tables are present in this. Okay. All these things. All this present in where? In the database. This database is present in where? This database is present in where? In Oracle database server. In Oracle database server, suppose this is Oracle DB server. Okay. Under Oracle DB server, okay, you have installed Oracle DB server. There all these things are there. Now, how to access this? You should have created one client tool called Oracle SQL Developer. Oracle, this is SQL Developer. Now, by using this, you can access these schemas. By using this, you can access schema 1, schema 2, schema 3, or you can create a table 1, table 2, table 3. So whatever you do from here, it will internally stored in server. Understanding? By the images, are you understanding? So this is the table. This is table 1, table 2 like this. This is table 1, table 2, and table 3 like this. Okay. And this is schema 1. This is schema 1. Then this is schema 2. Then this is schema 3. Okay, schema 3. All this present in where? Under database. Okay, where this base will store under Oracle DB server. But you cannot go to inside Oracle DB server. What you can do? You have to install one Oracle SQL developer. This will internally access this. From here, you can create a table, you can create a schema, you can create a database from SQL developer. Or you can see the table, you can create a table, you can see the schema, you can create a schema, you can see the database, you can create a database from SQL developer. Are you clear, please? Understanding? Everyone? So whatever you create there, suppose you created a table. You opened SQL developer. This is SQL developer. You opened SQL developer, you created a table. That will go to where first? That will go to schema first. That schema will store in where? Under database. This database will store under where? Under database server. Are you clear? Understanding? Understanding, guys? Everyone? SQL developer is a client tool for Oracle database. SQL developer is a client tool for Oracle database. Correct. Are you clear? How to create a schema? We'll see. Please wait. Understanding, everyone? So how to create the tables and all? How to create the tables and all? Are you clear? Now we will see how to create a schema. First, we will see how to create a schema. We will see now. So first, before you create, suppose you want to create two tables. I want to create two tables. Create two tables. What are those? One is customer table I want to create. Another one is student table I want to create. I want to create customer table. I want to create student table. Before you create a table, you should create a schema. Yes or no? You should create a schema before you create a table. Before you create a table, you should create a schema. Now, how to create a schema? How to create a schema in Oracle SQL Developer? How to create? Before going that, this is Oracle SQL Developer. These are all what? These are all what? These are all. This is navigation window. Suppose if I open like this, I'll open just for your understanding. Now see. Okay, just wait a second. I'll show you. Yeah. Suppose I will write like this. Now, when you open SQL Developer, we have three windows. What are those? Navigation window, workspace window, output window. Navigation window, workspace window, output window, output window. Now again, this is title bar, menu bar, toolbar. The top one is Oracle SQL Developer. It is a no. This is title bar, file menu, navigate, run. This is menu bar. These icons, this is called toolbar. The left side window is called navigation window. The right side window is called workspace window. The downside window is called output window. Now, actually, before going to this, Oracle database contains two parts. Oracle database contains two parts. What are those? SQL, PLSQL. SQL, PLSQL. Oracle database contains two parts. SQL, PLSQL. SQL means structured query language. Structured query language. PLSQL means procedural language. Procedural language, structured query language. Structured query language. To get the job in Informatica, SQL is enough. Learn SQL perfectly. So Oracle is two parts. Oracle contains two parts. What are those? What are those? Oracle contains two parts. What are those? Those are SQL, PLSQL. To get the job into Oracle, to get the job into Informatica, learning SQL is more than enough. Understanding? Everyone? Oracle contains two parts. Oracle contains two parts, SQL, PLSQL. So now we are learning SQL. So we are all learning here Oracle SQL now. SQL is a part of Oracle. In this, now we are creating a table. Before you create a table, you should create a schema. You should create a schema. How to create a schema, we will see now. How to create a schema? So first, search for open. First search, go to search. Click on search for SQL and open this SQL developer, Oracle SQL developer. When you open this, in your system, maybe only 3 things will be there. In my system, there are many, but in your system, there are only 2 things. What are those? Maybe you have info DOM, info repo, and sys. Correct? Only those 3 you have? Yes or no, please? You have only those 3? When you install Informatica or Oracle, while you are installing, in your system, only 3 things will be there. What are those? Number one, info rep, info demo, info repo, info demo, and sys. Now, to create a schema, you have to connect to sys schema. First, you have to connect to sys. Are you seeing this plus button? Click on this plus. When you click on this plus, sys will open. Sys will open. Yes or no, please? Is it open here, sys? When you click on plus here, the sys will open here. Now what you have to do? You have to create a table. You have to create a schema now. How to create a schema? There is a syntax to create a schema. Syntax means rule. Like this only you have to create. How to create? Create schema, create user, schema name, create user. How to create a schema? I will write it here. Create, you have to write like this. Create user, username or schema name. Okay. Next, identified by password. I am giving some password. Identified by password. Like this. This is the syntax of creating a schema. So now, how to create a schema? So open Oracle SQL Developer. Click on this sys. What is the use of creating info repo, info DOM? We'll see later. First, I am discussing basics about schema, basics about database and schema. So now, first you need to create a schema. How to create a schema? Click on this open SQL Developer. Come to sys. Click on this sys and write a syntax. Create user schema name. Schema name is REP. Schema name is I am giving OT SRC dev 12. OT SRC dev 12. So I am creating a user. Create user schema name identified by password. I am giving small admin. So now, if I give like this, what is the schema name here? What is our schema name? What is our schema name? OTSRC dev 12. What is the password? Password is small admin. Small admin. So what is OTSRC development? That's some name. We'll see later. Order table source development, that is. We'll see that later. So now I am creating a schema called OTSRC dev 12. So what you have to do? You have to write like this only. Create user schema name or username. This can be your name or my name, but I am giving some meaningful name. Identified by password. Now, at last, you give a semicolon. At last, you give a semicolon. You written a command. Now you have to execute this command. How to execute this command? How to execute this command? Select this. Are you seeing this green arrow mark? Run statement. Select this and execute this. When you execute or run, user OTSRC dev12 is created. User OTSRC dev12 is created. You should not use, why I am using underscores? Why I am using underscores is you should not write spaces. You should not write this. OTSRC dev12 you should not use. You should not use. Okay? OTSRC dev12 means there is a meaning. Order tables, source, development. That we'll see later. So now what I am doing, my schema name is OTSRC dev12. Password is, schema name is not case sensitive. You can write schema name in any case, capital or small, but password is small. But password is case sensitive. How to execute? Select this and execute. Select this with mouse and click on this green button. Now schema is created. Understanding how to create a schema? Understanding how to create a schema, everyone? Click on this click on this sys button. Click on this sys schema and write it like this. Create user schema name, that can be any name, identified by password. Identified by password. After that, you need to write two more statements. Grant all privileges to schema name. Next, grant all privileges to schema name. Grant all and also grant DBA to these things. So don't think about these two. Don't think about these two. Just execute them one by one or select both. It should be separated by semicolon. Select these and execute. So grant succeeded. Grant succeeded. What are these two? It is not required. Don't ask me. And for you also it is not required. Just execute them. We are giving some necessary permissions to schema. I am giving some permissions to schema. In real time, what to do, we'll see later. First, understand the basics, please. First, understand the basics. What is OT means, what is SRC means, what is dev means, we'll see later. OT means order tables, source, development. We'll see all those things later, please. Are you clear? Are you clear? Understanding, everyone? So, how to create a schema? 3 steps. Create user, username, identified by password. Identified by password. After that, grant all privileges to schema name. Grant DBA to schema name. Create user schema name identified by password. Grant all privileges to schema name. Grant DBA to schema name. Are you clear, please? So I created a schema. Are you clear? Everyone. Understanding how to create a schema? Open SQL Developer. Click on this sys plus button, and then it will open in the workspace window. Write these commands and execute so that a schema will create. Once you create a schema, first create a schema. Number 1, create a schema. Number 2, configure the schema. Configure the schema in SQL Developer. Guys, is my voice is clear? Yes? Yeah? Now it is clear? Yes? First, create a schema. Then configure the schema. How to configure a schema? Open SQL Developer. Are you seeing this plus button? The green plus button? Guys, is there any disturbance from my side? From my voice, any disturbance is there? I don't think so. I'm using high-speed internet. I don't think so. Is there any disturbance over here? Okay, fine. Now, once you create a schema, you need to configure it. How to configure? Click on the plus button. Click on this green plus. Click on plus. Once you click on plus, it will ask name. DBA means database administrator. All those things we'll see later. Now click on the plus button. Now it is showing name, username, password. Name and schema name both are same. Name is OTSRC Dev 12. Username also OTSRC Dev 7, Dev 12. That is, this is the username. OTS schema name, OTSRC Dev 12, OTSRC Dev 12. Password is small admin, save password, then test. When you test, it will show success. Then connect. When you connect, it will connect in the left side window. See, there is a plug button. Are you seeing the plug button here? Plug, yes or no? You have a plug button. Okay, that is configured. OTSRC Dev 12 is configured. Are you clear? Are you clear, please? Okay. Now you can click on plus. This is a schema now. OTSRC Dev 12 is a schema. These are all schemas. Under OTSRC Dev 12, we have tables, views, indexes, packages. These are all database objects. Schema contains database objects. Table is one of the database object. So under schema, we have table section, but there are no tables because we did not created it. Are you clear, please? Understanding what are there in the schema? We have tables, views, indexes, packages, procedures, functions, operators. So what to do? What? Okay. Now database, these are all database objects. Table is one of the database object. Data schema contains database objects, including tables. Table also is one of the database object. Are you clear, please? You are creating a schema. You created a schema. If you want to create a table inside it, a schema, you have to configure the schema. You have created a schema now. What you have done? You created a schema, but to create a table, you need to configure the schema. Now, when you configure and when you click on this plus button, this window will open. Here, you can create the tables. Are you clear how to create a schema? Are you clear how to create a schema? Are you clear? So, I'm showing you again how to create a schema. I'm showing you again. Please observe. Open SQL Developer. Okay. Open SQL Developer. Then click on this schema. Click on this. This is system schema. This is contains Oracle system schema. Click on this schema. Here you need to write create username. That is schema name. OT SRC some 25 I am creating. For example, because OT SRC Dev 12 I already created. Some 25 I am creating. Identified by password admin, and I am give. You can give your own password. Any password can be given. Your name, my name, any username, any password can be given. And I am writing grant all privileges to OT SRC 25. After that, grant DBA to OT SRC 25. OT SRC Dev 25, whatever the name. So what to do? You can create all these things. You can execute all these three one at a time. Create user schema name, identified by password, grant all privileges to schema name, grant DBA to schema name, execute all at a time, all executed. OT SRC 25 created, grant succeeded, grant succeeded. Once you create why to use grant, why we will use grant and all, we'll see later. That is not our topic now. Our main topic is to create a table. To create a table, you should create a schema. That's why I'm telling about schema. Otherwise, I could have told directly about table. So these two things not required, leave it. We'll see that later. I am giving some permissions to schema. Once you create a schema, you have to click on this. You have to click on this plus symbol. And now give the name OTSRC25, username OTSRC25, password, admin, whatever you written here, that password, save, test, connect. Now it is connected. OTSRC25 is connected. Yes or no, please? Understanding how to create a schema? Suppose your schema is closed here. It is not there. Now you need to open again. OTSRC dev 12, you need to open. How to open? Either click on this plus symbol. If you click on plus symbol, it should come here. It has come, OTSRC dev 12. If it is not come, right click on the schema, open SQL worksheet. Right click on the schema. If you click on plus, it will come automatically at the right side. If it did not come, click on the right click on OTSRC dev 12. Click on open SQL worksheet. Are you clear? Is the worksheet is created? Yes, please. Now here you can create a table. Now here you can create a table now. Understanding everyone? What we have to do? Are you clear, guys? Understanding how to create a table? How to create a schema? Are you clear? Once you create a schema, now you have to create a table. Suppose before you create a table, you need to decide table name. What is your table name? Students. My table name is students. What are the columns inside it? You should decide. Student ID, student name, student marks, city. These are my columns. These are my columns. So now what you are doing? You are creating a table in SQL Developer. What you need to do to create a table? First, you create a schema. Once you create a schema, under the schema, multiple tables you can create. Under one schema, you can have 100 tables, 200 tables, 1,000 tables, 10,000 tables also. Now, you are learning how to create a table. Before you create a table, you need to decide a name for a table. What is the name? Students. What are the columns inside it? Student ID, student name, student marks, city. Are you clear? Are you clear, please? Yes, guys. Now, how to create? You need to write a syntax to create a table name. Normally, student ID will be in numbers, right? Suppose I'll give student ID like this, 10. Normally, student ID will be numbers. Yes or no? What is the type of student ID? Numbers. Yes, numbers normally. Name. Name will be characters. Name will be characters. That means string. Collection of characters is called a string. That is a string. Marks will be also, suppose marks will be in points. Marks will be in points, right? In decimals. Suppose 98.25. 98.25. Yes or no? That can be in decimal or a float. Decimal or a float. Okay. Next, city will be in how? City will be string format again. That is Bangalore, like this. Correct, guys? So now, what you have to do? You have to create a table. Before you create a table, you should decide student ID, student name, student marks, city. The column names you should decide, and the data types. Data type mean what? Student ID, what kind of data? Number data, numeric data. Student name, what kind of data? Character data. Marks, what kind of data? Decimal data. City, what kind of data? Character data. Are you clear? Now, before going to creating a table, we are learning here now what? We are all learning Oracle SQL. We are all learning Oracle SQL. Yes or no? I put it's charging. I think it's charging. No, is it not charging? 1 second. Just give a second. It's charging, right? Yeah, it's charging. Yes. So now what I'm trying to say, we are all learning Oracle SQL. In Oracle SQL, we have three types of commands. We have three types of commands. See, to create a table, to delete a table, to update the table, to insert the table, to insert the records into table. You should know some basic Oracle SQL commands. What are those basic SQL commands? There are four types of commands: DDL command, DML command, DDL command, DML command, TCL command, DQL command. What are those? DDL commands: data definition language, data definition language, data definition language. DML means data manipulation language, data manipulation language. TCL means transaction control language, transaction control language. 1 second, please. I'm getting a call. Please wait. Hello. Yeah, so we have three types of commands: DDL commands, DML commands, TCL commands, DQL commands. Data query language, data query language. We have DCL also, that is data control language, data control language also there. Okay, but this is not required now. We have three types of commands. What is a command? Procedure to create a table or delete a table or insert a table. We should have some basic commands. Under DDL, you will be having create command, create table command, alter command, drop command, rename command, and truncate command. And now DML, we have insert, update, delete. And TCL, we have commit, rollback. In DQL, we have select. In DCL, we have grant, revoke. We have grant, revoke. These are few commands we need to learn. These are like ABCDs of database. In English language, if you want to learn first in English, you have to learn English alphabets. Yes or no? If you want to learn English language, what you will learn first? You will learn ABCDs. After that, you will learn words. After that, you will learn lines, then paragraphs, then stories. Same way, these DDL, DML, TCL, DQL commands are ABCDs in database. To work with database, to work with schema, you should learn, you must know these things. To work with Informatica also, you must know these things. Are you clear? How to create a table, how to alter a table, how to drop a table, how to rename a table, how to truncate a table, how to insert the records into a table, how to update the records in the table, how to delete the records from the table, how to save the records from the table, how to undo the records, how to select the records from a table, how to grant, how to rework. Are you clear? Understanding? Why we need to learn? Because these are ABCDs. These are like alphabets in Oracle SQL. Without knowing this, you cannot move forward. So now, first command we are learning today is create command. Is create command. We are learning create command today first. We have already learned how to create a schema. Once you create a schema, what you need to do now? You need to connect to the schema or configure to the schema. After that, you need to create a table. There are five types. Normally, the basic types are these three, these four. At last, this one we will never use. These four we will use. DDL, data definition language. DML, data manipulation language. TCL, transaction control language. And DQL, data query language. And DCL, data control language. Are you clear, please? Now, we will learn one by one. Can we learn one by one? Guys, able to understand whatever I am saying? Are you able to understand what I am saying? Yes, please. First, we will see how to create a table. To create a table, what we need to do? You should decide what is the table name. The table name should be students. Student ID should be number. It should be number. What data type? What kind of data it should contain? Number. Student ID, how many maximum digits you want? Normally, student ID will be how many digits maximum? How many digits? How many numbers? 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers. Student ID 6. Okay, 6 numbers. That means student ID should contain 6 numbers maximum. 6 numbers maximum. Student ID, that means like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 8, 5, 9 like this. Okay. These are 6 digits only, no? Or 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Or like this also. 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 1. 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 2. 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 3. Like this. Yes or no? These are all 6 digit. These are all 6 digit. Yes. These are all 6 digit numbers. So we should decide first what kind of numbers you want. That means maximum it can allow 6 digit. Name. How many characters you want in name maximum? Name can be how many characters? 50 characters? 50? Your name can be, suppose my name is Nataraj. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. 7 characters. So we'll give 50 characters for this. And marks. Marks will be like this. Marks will be decimal. Marks will be like this. Decimal 5, 2. That means what is decimal 5, 2? Normally marks. Suppose marks should be 100, right? Some people will get 95.12. Some people will get 100.0. Some people will get 98.02. Yes or no? What is decimal 5, 2 means? Or number 5, 2 or decimal 5, 2 means the total digit should be 5 digits. That means like this. 1, 2, 3 dot 100 dot, or I'm giving 100.00 or 100.05. The maximum digit should be 5 digits. In that, the maximum is 5. In that, before 2 dots, before 2 numbers, dot should be present. Before 2 digits, dot should be present. Total 5. In that, before 2 digits, dot should be there. Understanding? Suppose, what is decimal? What is decimal 8, 3? What is decimal 8, 3? What is decimal 8, 3, please? Maximum total numbers, that is 99999. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maximum 8 numbers. Before 3 numbers, dot should be there. Before last 3, dot should be there. It can be 0.1 or 0.01, 0.01 or 0.001 or 123.456, 1234 dot 12345 dot 789. Yes or no, please? Understanding? Okay, like this, I am taking total. This is number 5, 2. That means total 5 digits. Before last 2 digits, dot should be there. City should be, guys, is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? If my voice is not clear, that is your internet problem. That is your internet problem. Okay? That is your internet problem. Decimal or number, anything you can use. Decimal or number, anything you can use it. Okay? So, and city can be maximum 70 characters. Like this I want. Can we create the table now? This is my structure of the table or definition of the table. My table should contain students, the table name. It should have 4 columns. What are those? Student ID. That should be number data type. Data type means what? What kind of data it should be there? Number, data type, number of 6. For character, we have varchar2. Varchar 250. This is character data type. This is character data type. This is number 5, 2 decimal. This is varchar 2 70. Varchar 2 means character data type. For numbers, you are giving number of 6 or 5 or 1. For characters, we are giving varchar 2. This is called a data type. Your data, what kind of data it will store? Are you clear, please? Understanding, everyone? Are you clear? Now, can we create a table? Now, we are learning first command is create command. Varchar means it's a character data type. Character data type, variable character. It's a character data type. So now, first command is create command. How to write a create command? Create, you have to write like this. Syntax is create table. What is the table name? What is the table name? What is the table name? Students. The table name is students. In this, open and close the bracket. Okay, or you can enter it. You can open and close the brackets like this. Create table, table name. Table name can be any name, but as per our requirement, table name is students. Are you clear? What is my table name? Students. In the students table, now you write the columns. What is the first column? Student ID. In this, what is the data type? Number. How many digits you want? 5 digits. Are you clear? Student ID is a column name. Number is a data type. 5 is a size. Or what is the 6 is a size. Are you clear? So, student ID can contain up to 6 digits. Student ID can contain up to 6 digits. How to create a table? I'm opening again. How to navigate? Open SQL Developer. Open SQL Developer. Once you open the SQL Developer, you already created a schema, and you already created a schema. Yes, guys, and you already configured it. What is your schema name? OTSRC Dev 12. Click on this plus symbol. Once you click on this plus symbol, it will open in this window. In this window, you have to write the create table command. Whatever the table you created, it will store under OTSRC Dev 12. Guys, understanding everyone? Are you able to understand? If you want to create a table, You already created a schema. You already connected it or configured it. Now you are creating a table. How to create a table? How to create a table? Guys, while explaining, if you ask the questions, I cannot reply because my focus is on the explanation. In between, if you ask the question, I cannot reply. That is why ask the questions. Ask the questions when I give the time. When I give the time, then you ask the questions. Okay? So because my focus will be on the explanation. Maybe I will see your chart. May not be I will see your chart. So please wait until I ask, do you have any questions? Now, I have opened a sequence. Now what we are doing? You are creating a table. How to create a table? Open SQL Developer. Open SQL Developer. Connect to your OTSRC Dev tool. Now a window will open. A workspace window will open. Here, write the syntax of the create table. Write it. Create table. Create table. What is the table name? Students. Yes or no? Create table. Table name. Enter. Then open the brackets. Open this bracket. Guys, Oracle is very easy first of all. Nowadays, if you come to Bangalore, in Karnataka, in intermediate, they have Oracle. They have PCMC, physics, mathematics, chemistry, and computers. In intermediate, in PUC, in Bangalore, in Karnataka, they have computers. Or when you go to CBSE, in 9th or 10th standard students, they have these commands. So this is very easy. The only thing is, it is new for you. So understand carefully. After this, practice. That is what you need to do. Are you clear? Everyone, are you clear, please? I am telling in a slower manner, in a perfect manner. I am really telling again and again, I am repeating a concept 5 to 6 times to make you understand better. So maybe first 5 sessions, it will be new for you. It is not difficult. It is new. The terminology will be new. Once you are listening, it will be very easy for you. So you no need to worry. You will be understand. 980 guys, who don't know the table, are you able to understand? Who don't know what is the table till now, are you able to understand? Yes, the concept is very easy. If it is tough also, I will explain in a clear-cut manner. I will explain slowest clear-cut manner. So you no need to worry about it. Just listen the sessions. If you listen the sessions carefully, you will understand. You will understand. Now, I am creating a table. Create table, table name, create table, table name, open and close the bracket. Fine. Inside it, write it. What is the column name? Student ID. Student ID. That is a number data type. Number of 6, comma, number of 6, comma, student name. Student name. It will be varchar2 data type. Varchar2 50. That means student ID will allow maximum 6 digits. Student name will allow maximum 50 characters, comma, student marks. It will allow maximum 5 digits. Before 2 digits, dot should be there, comma, city. Varchar2 70. Varchar2 70. Understanding everyone? Understanding guys? Are you clear? At last there is no comma. At last you put a semicolon. What do you have to do? Create table. Table name. Open the bracket. Student ID. Number of 6. That is, it will allow only 6 digits. Student number. Student name. Varchar2 50. That will allow only 50 characters. Student marks. Number 5, 2. That will allow 5 digits. That too, before dot 3 digits, maximum 3 digits before dot. After dot maximum 2 digits. City, maximum 70 characters itలలో. Now, select this and execute it and run it. Now, table students created. Is the table students created? Yes or no? So now, how to create a table? This is how you have to create a table. This is how you have to create a table. Are you clear? How to create a table? Create table command, are you clear? Now, number 2, how to see the definition or structure of the table. Structure of the table. How to see the definition or structure of the table. What is structure of the table? This is what I create a table. Now you have to see whether it is created or not. You have to verify. Now click enter. Enter. DSC, describe table name. Describe table name. Select this and execute it. Now whatever we created is showing here. Whatever we created, the students table, we created student ID, number of 6, name, varchar to 50, marks, number of 5,2, city, varchar to 70. This is called table structure or table definition. Either you can give DSC or you can give describe also. What is null means? We'll see later. What is null? We'll see later. You can give either describe or short form of describe is DSC. Short form of describe is DSC. Are you clear? So, how to see the structure or definition of a table? How to see the structure or definition of a table? DSC table name. Describe table name. This is called structure. Okay. 1 second. This is called structure of a table or definition of a table. Are you clear? Understanding? How to see the definition of structure of a table? Are you clear? Now, how to see the number 3? Number 3, to make you understand better, I am writing behalf of you here. Now, how to see the number of, how to see the data or records in a table, records or rows in a table. How to see the records or rows from a table? How many rows are there? So how many columns are there? In my table, how many columns are there? In my student table, how many columns? 4 columns are there. Now, how many rows are there? We will see. To see the rows of the columns, to see the rows of the table, you have to write select star from table name. Select star from table name. Execute it. Select star from table name. No rows are exist. These are just column names. These are just column names. Yes or no? Now, there are no rows exist. Select star from students. So now, how to see the rows or records from a table? Select star from table name. Select star from students. Star means select all columns from table. Either you can give star or you can give like this. Select student ID, comma, student name, comma, student marks, comma, city from students. From students. Both are same. Select star from means select all columns from the table. Select all columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. These both are same. If you execute it, this and this both are same. Now this is a empty table. No records exist in this table. If you give one column, suppose instead of 4 columns, I am giving 1 column. If you give 1 column, it will show 1 column. Select is what? To just show, to display the columns or rows in the screen. What is select statement? To display the rows or columns on the screen. Understanding? If you select all the columns, it will display all the columns. If you select only one column, it will display only one column. If you select two columns, student ID city, it will display only two columns. Are you clear? Understanding? Everyone? Understanding, please? So how to see the rows, how to see the data or records from a table? Either you can give select star from students, or select all the columns from students, or select few columns from the students from the table name. Understanding? Understanding? Everyone? Now I want to insert the data like this. 100 Raj, 198.98.98 city Bangalore, like this. I want to insert the records. Insert the records in the table. Now, fourth command is how to insert the records to the table. How to insert rows or records into the table. How to insert rows or records into the table. How? By using a insert statement. How to use? Please see. I am writing insert statement. Kindly observe. Insert into, like this only you have to write. There is no other method. You have to write the syntax you need to follow. Whatever I am following, the same things you need to follow. Insert into, open the bracket, insert into table name, open the brackets. First give the column names, student ID, comma, these columns you can give. Select, what is that? Insert into table name, column names, values. Now write it. What is student ID you want? 10. What is student name? Raj. Why I am giving single quotes for Raj? Why I am giving single quotes? Why I am giving single quotes for Raj? Because why I am giving single quotes is because, okay, because, yeah. So because student name is varchar2 data type. For varchar2 data types, you have to give the value in the single quotes. Next, comma, student marks 98.15, comma, city, Bangalore, and close it. So what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, okay, so insert into table name and all the column names, values. 10 is student ID, Raj is student name, 98.15 is student marks, Bangalore is city. Now put a semicolon, execute it. One row inserted. Is one row inserted? Yes, please. How to see that row? How to see that row? Whether it is inserted or not? How to see? How to see? Select star from students. To see the data inside it, to see the row inside it, select star from students. Execute. See, 10 is the student ID. Raj is student name. Student marks is 98. City is Bangalore. Are you clear? Are you clear, please? So one record or one row got inserted. Suppose you want to insert one more record. Copy this, copy paste, copy and paste here. Now edit this. Same table, 20, RAM, okay, 58.75, Chennai. Yeah, next. I'm inserting one more record. 30, Ramya, okay, this is 96.50, 96.50, Goa. Yes, guys. Okay, you want now? I am giving. This is next is 450. Divya, and I am giving the value 98. And this is Vizag. Like this. 3 rows I written. Now what I will do? I will select all and executed it. Done. Now execute selection option, students. Now see please. Is that came? 10 Raj 98.15 Bangalore, 20 Ram 58.75 Chennai, 30 Ramya 96.5 Goa, 450 Divya 98 Vizag. All 4 records got inserted. When you insert one more record, it will insert at last. If you insert one more record, it will insert at last. Suppose I am giving 150. Okay. John, yes, please. Then I am giving, okay, 98.10 and I am giving something called Hyderabad. Yes, please. Now see, execute this record. One more record got executed. Now this is that record. Yes, please. 150, John, 98.1, Hyderabad. Are you clear? Understanding? Yes, please. How to insert the records from a table? Are you clear? After inserting the table, you must save. You have to save. How to insert? This is how you need to insert the records. This is how you need to insert the records in a table. Yes or no, please? This is how you need to insert. Number 5 now. How to save the records to the table? How to save the records to the table? By using commit statement. Commit means save. So here you give commit at last and execute, then commit completed, saved. Now your table got saved. Did you understand how to create a table? How to insert the records into a table? Did you understand, please? Now what I will do? Okay, I will create one more table. Create table customers. My table name is customers. In this, I will open close the brackets. Here I will write customer ID, number of 3, cust name, varchar 2, 50. Then credit is number 8, 3. Then debit is number 8, 3, credit amount, debit amount. Then what else we have? What else? State. Okay. Varchar 2, 50. Like this, I will create a table. Yes, guys. Create table, customers, cust ID, number of 3, customer name, varchar 250, credit, number of 8, 3, debit, number of 8, 3, state, varchar 250. What to do? Select this and execute it. Table created. Is the table created? How to see the structure of a table? How to see the structure of a table? Describe DSC customers. It will show the table structure. It will show the table structure. Now insert the records. Insert into customers. Now give the columns customer ID, comma customer name, comma credit, comma debit, comma state. There are how many columns? Values. There are how many columns? How many columns in the table? 5 columns. Customer ID. What I will give? 999, comma, customer name, Raj, comma, credit, 10,000, debit, 8, 3, right? I will give 1500.123, comma, state, KR. Can I insert? Check it out. One row inserted. To see that row, how to see that row which is inserted? Select star from table name. Select star from table name. See, 999. Raj, credit is 10,000. Debit is 1500.123. State is Karnataka. Like this, you can copy paste it. You can copy paste and you can edit it. Suppose 998. So otherwise 0. My customer ID is 0. My customer name is a space. I can give a space also if you want. My credit limit is 0.05. My debit is 0.005. And my this one is state is TL. Like this also you can do it. Now this is 998. Student name is Ramya. This is 50,000. And this is 123.456. Yes, please. Understanding everyone? This can be TS. And this will be 997. John. Okay. I can give 0 here also. I can give 0. I can give a space for this. Now execute. All will execute. Which one is missing comma? In the first one, missing comma. Here it is missing comma. Here. Okay, where it is missing comma? 0 comma. Okay, and now it will execute. The first one will execute, I guess. Or second one. Second one is missing comma. First one is already executed. Second one is missing comma, I guess. Yes or no? No, first one only. Execute the first one. Yeah. Now check, please. Now check select star from customers. See here. We have a space. Do we have a space? Yes, please. Which one is having a space? For the last one, 0 space. This is the one. 0 space 005 123 TL. And this is also having space. So like this, in the single inverted commas, you can give a space also. Are you clear, please? Understand? One by one, if you want to execute one by one, just select it, execute it. One row inserted. Select it, executed. One row inserted. Select it, executed. One row inserted. Select it, executed. After that, at last, you give a commit. You give a commit at last. Otherwise, the records will not save. Now see, this is how it looks like. Are you clear, please? How to create a table? Did you understand now? Did you understand? So first what we have done? First what we have done? We have created a schema that is OTSRC Dev12 with a password admin. By using this create schema command, we have created it. We have created it like this. How to create a schema like this we have created. Grant all privileges to. Understanding, guys, everyone? Am I going fast? Am I going fast? Am I going fast, everyone? Is it okay? Is it okay, this one? So this is how you need to create a schema. This is how I will give these notes to you. I will give these notes to you. This is to create a schema. This is to create a schema. Okay. Once we create a schema, once we create the schema, what to do? You should learn about these commands. First command is create command. Create table students. So once you create a schema, then configure the schema. Configure the schema. Configure the schema or connect to the schema. Or connect to the schema. Connect the schema. Executed 8 columns. Where are 8 columns? Only 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 8 records. This is a record. This is a column. There are 5 columns. There are 5 columns. 8 records. I executed again this. Again executed like this. I'll execute again. Now one more column could, one more record could have come. See? One more in students table. Suppose if I execute in customers, I'll execute again. Now see, yeah, duplicates it is accepting. I'm executing again. Now 10 records. See, like this. I'm executing again and again. I'm selecting and I'm executing again. So configure and connect the schema. After that, write a create table statement, and to see the structure, DSC students, to see the data, select star from students, to insert the records, insert into statement, to see the save the records, to save the records, save commit command, to save the records, commit command. Are you clear? To save the records, commit command, commit command. Are you clear? Understanding? This is so. Today, you do the same thing, please. Everyone, create a schema and create as many tables you want. There is no limit to create number of schemas, number of tables. There is no limit. Did you understand clearly? What is a table? What is a schema? Did you understand? Everyone, please. Understanding? What is this? 1 second. In the marks, if you give 5 number, then only it take decimal point. If you take numbers, it will only accept numbers, it will not accept points. If you give number a 5, 2, total 5, in that 2 will be total 5 digits, in that 2 digits before the point. Here, what? Here, the video will be uploaded, don't worry. First 10 sessions will be uploaded. First 10 sessions will be uploaded in the website. You don't need to worry. Now here, we are using decimal 8, 3. Decimal, you cannot give a space inside the data type. No. Okay. You cannot give number means number only. Number means number only. How to remove the schema table, we'll see later. So now, if it is number 8, 3 means total is 8. Total is 8. 8 commands. In that, after 5 commands, before 3 commands, dot should be there. After 5 digits, before 3 digits, dot should be there. Are you clear, please? DSC belongs to any command. It's a separate command. How to install SQL developer? How to install Informatica? Ping me on 8105296858. I will show you how to install. Okay? Understanding, guys? Are you clear? Yes, please. If you have more than one schema in both, we can store same tables. You can store. I want to see space between characters. What you need to do? Give a space. Give a space between characters. R space, A space, M space, Y space, A like this. Now see. Now check. Give a space like this. Now see. Are you seeing the space? You drag like this. Are you seeing the space between this? You give a space. If I want to speak, can we change the rows order? No, you cannot change. We will change. We can change. But as of now, it will change at last only. It will change at last only. Understanding? Everyone? Are you clear, please? Understanding, everyone? Did you understand? Next, what is this? 1 second. What if you are not giving number of 3 and character fee? It will take default. If you give just number, suppose while creating a table, I am creating a table. If you don't give just number, varchar 2 you must give. For number, if you don't give, it will take default as 38. It will take default as 38. But varchar you must give. But varchar you must give. You cannot unmute, please. You have to chat only. You cannot ask the question because we have how many 308 people. If I unmute, nobody can understand everything. If you want to ask any question, ask in chat only. Now you can create it still. You can create it. When you create, number will take 38 digits by default. But varchar 2, you must give some things. You must give these things. Some size you need to give. Are you clear, please? Understanding? Everyone? Are you clear? Can you change the order? We can change the order later. We'll see later. First, understand the basics, please. First, understand the basics. Can we give varchar or varchar to all or so? See, varchar to data type, varchar or varchar to or char, varchar to char, all are same, all are same, all are same. In Apple laptop, it will not install. It will not install. Okay, when we execute again and again, duplicates will come. We can give float also. Can we change the number of characters in structure? We can change. In say we'll say tomorrow session. That means day after tomorrow session, next session. Okay. Clear. Commit means it will save. It will save the data to the table. It will save the data to the table. Can we give numeric? No, number only. How to delete particular record? We'll see next. First, slowly understand slowly, please. Can we create same tables in different schemas? You can create. You can create without commit. You can. If you execute, it will execute. But when you close it, it will not save. Varchar 2, we will use always varchar 2. You can use anything. How to rename the tables, how to see the name of the tables, how to see the name of the tables. Once you create the tables, where we see the tables in the schema, in the left side window, in the left side window, you can give integer also. One example of rollback next session. Guys, just ask today's topic questions. Don't ask future topic questions. Will be explained in the next session. We'll go slow at starting, please. We will not explain everything in the first session. We will go step by step. We will go step by step. I will not go hurry. I will not go slow. I will not go fast. So please, you cannot install in Mac. If you want to install in Mac, you have to install Windows in Mac. Then only you can install. Okay. Yes, please. So now, suppose you created the tables. How to see these tables? In the left side window, disconnect and connect your schema. Disconnect the schema and connect it again. Disconnect the schema and connect it again. Then click on tables. Now see, 3 tables created. Customers, customer attempts, students. Understanding? Within varchar, we'll use number, we'll see later. We'll see later, please. First, understand some basics. Maybe you know something already about Oracle. Maybe it will be a boring session for you. But there are people who don't know what is the table. We need to help them to come up to the speed. We need to help them to come up to the speed. Are you clear? So please wait. Please wait. Okay. Don't ask the future questions. We'll explain. Start slowly. We'll go slowly and our graph will be up. Will not like that. Everything tell on the first day, everything tell on the first day, and you never understand anything. Not like that, please. Okay, so if you have already knows Oracle, then help the people in the group. I will enable the group today. I will create the practice groups also today. I'll create the practice groups also today. Okay, so please help them. Please help them if you already knows Oracle. Help them in Informatica installation. Help them in Oracle, please. Are you clear, guys? Are you clear? Everyone? So did you understand all the today's topics? How to create a schema, how to create a table, how to create a table, how to create the schema, how to insert the records in a table. So please practice again and again. Can we insert the record in middle? No, you cannot. You cannot insert the record in middle. Okay? You cannot. Understand, please? Are you clear, everyone? Understanding? Yes, please. This is about today's session. So next session, sharp 9:30, I will start the session, please. I will not wait for anyone. I will start sharp 9:30 a.m. You have to join by 9 o'clock only. You have to join 9 o'clock only and check your access. Don't come at the last minute and ask me the access, please. If you want evening access or morning access, ask before one day. Don't come, and also please do not message us. Please do not message or WhatsApp or call. Please do not message or WhatsApp or call or please do message in these timings only. From when 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. only you should chat with us or call with us. Please message or WhatsApp or call by 9 p.m. please. 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. only. If you call or WhatsApp or chat or message after 9 p.m. night, before 8:30 a.m. morning, we will not reply you, please. We need some rest. Okay? From 5 days, my people are working hard to give the access to you, to add you to the group, to what is that? You don't know. We require, okay, much time to give the access, to speak with you, to reply your messages. Okay, 300 people at a time. If you WhatsApp, then you can think about it. Okay, so please WhatsApp in this timing only. Insert you cannot use star. Insert you can use star. Will the meeting ID password is same? Maybe don't know. You have to go to rajinformatica.com, join live sessions. How to save the records? Commit. Go to rajinformatica.com, then go to join live session, take the meeting ID password and connect it on daily basis. So today you connected, same way you need to connect. Website is not at all opening, today we'll fix. It will open, close it out, close it and open again. It will open, it will be fixed by today. It will be fixed by today. Okay, so today's video will be today's video and previous video will be uploaded in the YouTube and also in website. You go to that and check it. I will send the YouTube video. Please comment on it if you like it. Please comment on it if you like it. I will send the Google Drive link. I will send the Google Drive link of the today's material. I'll upload in half an hour. Within half an hour, you will get the video. Within half an hour, you will get the video and you will get these notes. Whatever I written, I'll give you the notes and I will give one document also. So please practice well after this session. Next session is on Wednesday. Next session is on Wednesday. Okay. By 9 o'clock, you join. 9:30 sharp, I will start the session, next session. 9:30 sharp. How to see the material? I'll send a link. When you click on the link, it will come. Okay. Last session until 37th session, until 35th session, my explanation is like this only. Tomorrow, what you have to do? You have to help others or help yourself. You complete the installation. You create as many as tables you can. Will go slow. Okay. Video you cannot download. Only material you can download and you can save. Material you can download and save for your future reference. I will know. I will send the notes. I'll send the notes. Next session is on Wednesday. Next session is on Wednesday. Next session is on Friday. Next session is on Monday. Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 2 weeks alternative. Third week onwards, daily sessions. I'll create the practice groups by today evening. There is no session tomorrow. There is no tomorrow session. Okay. Yes, please. Clear, guys? Yes, please. 50 GB is enough. Yeah, you can install. Did you like my session today? Did you get boring? Today? So every session will be interesting session. No need to worry. You will surely get much interest from my training and you will get more and more things you will learn from my training. If you pay 50,000, if you pay 50,000, if you pay 30,000 to 50,000 also, you will not get this much of information outside. I'll make sure that I will give the training worth 30 to 50,000 because you paid 15,000, but I will give double worth of it. You no need to worry. Okay. Yes, guys, clear about it? Why we create in SYS schema? Because it's a default schema in Oracle. SYS is a default schema. It is a system. It is system schema. There only we need to create schemas. Are you clear, please? Yes, guys. So please practice well. Please practice well. Okay. Please practice well. Okay. And help others and help others and help others in the group. I told you the group rules already and no need to tell again and again. So please be careful. Do not misuse, do not mischart, or do not join unnecessary, do not chat unnecessary things from anyone. I'll remove from the group. Indefinitely, I will remove from the group. So please be careful while you are chatting with others. You should be always polite and only topic related. Okay, guys. See you on. I'll create the practice groups by today evening. Today evening. Okay. What is a client application? Oracle SQL Developer. Oracle SQL Developer is a client application. Here we are connecting or configuring schema. We are configuring schema. Clear about it? Yes, please. Are you clear? Data type 5,2. Data type 5,2 means it will give error. This will give error for sure. This will give error. Which one will error? This will give error. This will not give error. The first one will give error. Second one will not give error. 5,2 means total 5. Before 2, there should be a digit. How to configure a schema? Click on this plus button and write it here. Schema name, password. To practice Oracle, internet is not required. Internet is not required. Okay, internet is not required. To practice Oracle Informatica, internet is not required. Only varchar we should use, varchar 2. You should use varchar 2. Yes. Are you clear, guys? Understanding? This is means client application. The front-end tool is called client application. The front-end is called client application. When you create, it will create in backend in server. When you create a table, where it will create? It will store in backend server. When you execute, it will get the data from backend to front-end. Front-end is SQL developer. Backend is Oracle developer. Oracle SQL, Oracle server. Front-end is Oracle SQL developer, which you are seeing, which you are not seeing. Where it will store all these things, the structure, the data, where it will store in the backend. In the backend, that is database server. Are you clear? No, don't worry, you will learn many things. See you on Wednesday. If you are unable to install, please ping me on 8105296858. Our team will help you. Projecta will help you. Fine, guys. See you on Wednesday. I will give the video. Please comment on the video, like and subscribe, please. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you like my session. If you like my session, please comment it. Okay? Yes, please. Clear about it? We'll see. We'll see on Wednesday. The number data type is needed to give for last digits for all. Yes, we should give. Yes. Fine, guys. See you on Wednesday. See you on Wednesday. So whoever not paid to get the access, to get the video access, to get the website access, to get the material access, please pay the remaining fee. You will get it. Okay. Thank you all. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. Thank you, guys.